Well, welcome back. It is another Wild Wednesday here at Dakota News Now. I'm excited for Phil to be a part of this one. He seems excited too.
You're not very excited about it because we had to switch spots, right?
Yeah, we had to switch again for this one. I'm not a big fan of snakes.
Or
rats.
And this is Cashew, and joining us this morning is Allison Gould. Gould?
Yes.
Okay, from the education specialist at the Great Plains Zoo, and you have a rat.
I do, yes.
Okay, so it's not just a regular rat. I mean, there's a special thing about it. One, what is it?
Yeah, so he is a domestic rat, so they are not found in the wild. They've just been domesticated over a very long time. And he's actually an albino rat, too.
Yeah.
So he has red eyes, he's completely white all over, which just means that he doesn't have any color pigmentation in his skin or in his body.
So this one's name's Cashew.
Yes.
Brother's name's Pistachio,
Yes.
right? And so they're kind of nutty, I guess. I don't know, but
can
you
be,
can just pet him. Yeah,
Phil wanted to pet him,
right,
and I'd admire him from a distance. He's very cute.
I've never seen a rat in person. I've seen mice, but I've never seen a rat.
Sure.
So the question is, how did you get this rat in the first place?
Sure, so he and his brother were public donations to us from someone that had a large litter of rats, and they knew we were looking for a couple for our education group. So yes, they were just donated to the zoo, and they've been handled by people for pretty much their whole life at this point. And he's only about 6 months old, so he's very used to being around people, very sociable.
Wow.
And rats in general are very, very sociable with each other.
I did not know that. Because when you think about rats, you think of like New York City and just grimy and just
a little bit.
all over.
There's a little stereotype.
Yeah.
There is, yeah. Rats are very misunderstood kind of across the board. Yeah, a lot of people do expect them to be dirty or gross, but they are incredibly clean. They clean and groom themselves for multiple hours every day.
Seriously.
So they don't really get sick. They don't really carry diseases very much because they care a lot, about their own cleanliness.
What do they eat? What do you feed them?
What do they eat? Cashews?
We haven't tried giving them any nuts like that. They do really like peanut butter,
Okay.
but just their general daily diet, they get a mix of different pieces of fruit, and then they get a rodent block. So it's kind of like a biscuit or a cracker just for rats and mice, and that's to help them chew on things. So as a rodent, they have teeth that grow throughout their entire life. So
That's appropriate that he likes peanut butter.
chew, yeah.
Well, it's Peanut Butter Day, right? Didn't we say it was National Peanut Butter Day?
Today, yeah, I think it was. Yeah, it is National Peanut Butter Day. We should have brought some for him.
Exactly. Well, that is really cool. So, I mean, how long can they live?
usually only about 2 to 3 years. They don't have a super long lifespan, but he is pretty close to full grown at this point. So we don't expect him to get much bigger than this. But
so I'm wondering, since it's domesticated and it kind of lives in a pretty decent environment, not like in New York City or whatever. Which New York City's fine, but they have rats there. So I wonder if it would live longer because it's domesticated, maybe? I don't know.
Sometimes they can get over 3 or 4 years, but that's really the maximum for them. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
So exciting. So how can people meet Cashew?
Sure, yeah. So he's in our education group, and so he comes out on different programming. So he'll do some Zoomobile visits. He does bookworms. He comes to our Zoo Cubs preschool classes that we have starting again in February. So lots of opportunities in the zoo and out in the public.
We're running out of time. Your last chance
He
to
likes
pet
to
him.
crawl. I mean, I'll pet him. Okay, I'll pet him.
Okay.
I've fed a rat, actually, believe it or not, a pet rat.
There you go. See?
So yeah, just right on his back.
He's nice.
Oh my goodness.
He's very, very friendly.
Nice.
Now I can say I fed a rat. There you go. I have fed almonds to a rat before, a pet rat. So I'm not super scared of them. They're cute, but if it was crawling on me like that, I don't know. So they do like to crawl. Do they have play equipment then to usually crawl around?
Yeah, they have lots of different climbing areas. So they're very good at climbing. They have really strong hands.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're always giving them new pieces of enrichment because rats are very, very smart. And so they always need new things to stimulate them just to keep them busy. And we do have a maze too that we've built. So
and he's been very quiet. I mean, do they squeak sometimes? Or
Not
they
really.
No,
they're pretty quiet.
Okay. Yeah. Well, there you go. Well, thank you so much for bringing
thanks for
Cashew in
Awesome.
today. Thank you for being here.
I enjoyed that.
Yeah, we'll be right back after the break.